My name is Annabelle. I'm a survivor of multiple sexual assaults. I'm honored to stand here and share my story with you tonight. My childhood was filled with dark secrets. By the time I was 9 years old, I had already been molested on 4 separate occasions. I was also later raped twice by 2 of the guys that had molested me. I was threatened not to tell anyone, or else my family would get hurt. I believed them, and I didn't tell anyone. I didn't trust anyone. I was terrified. I believed that the molestations and rapes were my fault. I thought there must have been something I did to deserve this. There must have been something wrong with me. The guys that raped me never let me forget what they did to me. They bullied me all the way to my teenage years. Later, when I was 19, I was sexually assaulted 2 more times at parties with people I thought I could trust. One of the times I told someone I thought was my friend, and she didn't believe me. The effect that this had was that I blamed myself. I still had all those negative beliefs from my childhood that this was my fault. At that time, I promised myself I was never going to be sexually assaulted again. But I couldn't promise myself this, because I don't have control over other people's actions. Most recently, when I was 23 years old, about a year and a half ago, I was at a friend's house drinking, and this guy we didn't know got invited over. Later that night, he ended up raping me when we were left alone. This time, I did tell him few of my close friends, and I went to the hospital, but I was not treated well. I filed a report with an officer. I had no evidence because the doctor did not give the exam. I got no support, and they didn't refer me to any other community resources. I didn't know where to turn. Despite reporting, I got no justice. Yet another person got away with sexual assault. I was very discouraged and felt alone. I personally searched for some community resources to help me get through my traumas. I finally heard all the words of support from these people. It was not my fault. Nobody deserves to get assaulted. I did do everything right when I reported it, and the system failed to hold my rapist accountable. Even had law enforcement been able or willing to charge my rapist, I now know that less than 3% of rapists ever serve time behind bars for their crimes. These events are part of my story, but they do not define me. I'm here tonight to speak out and say you are not alone. There is hope to get through sexual assault. There are people who care and believe you. You did not ask for it in any way. It is not your fault. Also, you don't have to be silent anymore. It doesn't need to be a secret. There are no excuses for sexual assault. Woo!